morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope everybody is fine. I hope everything is okay with you. We are here again. Thank you very much for sharing our videos. Continue to share them, continue to comment, continue to give us suggestions. We are really grateful. Thank you very much. This is the last video about the apostasy, the law of apostasy, or the death penalty, or the execution of apostates, hypocrites, clandestine apostates, and all that, and blasphemy. This is the last video we want to do about it. We said we are doing it briefly. So the reason why we have the third one, this third one, is because we are coming to the Hadith perspective. Thank you very much. When the realities of life are uncovered, change is a must. I welcome you once again. This is Islamic religion, one of the Abrahamic religions. Even though the relationship between Islamic religion and Abrahamic religions and all these things are questionable, which we're gonna discuss that one later. That's when we dig into details. We're gonna discuss that one later actually, but for now, let's take care of that because the relationship you can't tell actually, but it's here. We thank you very much. In the previous video, we mentioned the two ayahs, two verses, only two. There is more verses. As we said, it is briefly. When we get into Islam and finishing discussing Islam, we're gonna go back to pick rules and regulations, Islamic law, what they call Sharia, and we'll discuss them now. And discussing that one, we'll go into details and see how the practical aspect of this law. Now, we've also, in the previous video, we also gave the distinction between Hadith and Sunnah, briefly, between Hadith and Sunnah, and we also talked about Quran and what is Quran and how is Quran, and then we said something a little bit about the meaning, the commentary or the exegesis of the Quran. One of the important points we made in the previous video was the point that Quran does not state categorically that apostates, the law of apostates, or the execution or the death penalty law is in the Quran. Quran never stated it categorically. Quran never did. We made that one clear. What I say Quran in by verses allude to that fact. Verses allude to that fact. No, yeah, to me, to me, hear certain things here and there about the verse, and then we discussed only two verses. One from Quran chapter number 2, then the other one, Quran chapter number 2, verse 192, which we said you can decide to start from Quran chapter number 2, verse 190, 191 to 192, and see the clear picture. Now, putting those three verses together will give you the idea of me saying it is not categorically stated. It's not categorically stated, but the interpreters, Quran interpreters, Quran exegesis, Quran commentators really use that verse to add to verses that support the death penalty of an apostate or a hypocrite or a clandestine apostate or blasphemous individual. Now, this is the turn of the Hadith. Now, I think in the previous video we also mentioned Yasaka said our Hadith muno ewo clear. Yasaka said Hadith muno Hadith na de baye. The Quranic verses were not categorically stated. Quranic verses were found back clearly. Quranic verses didn't discuss it clearly, but in a Hadith it was discussed. Yes, Hadith mentioned it clearly. But there is also another problem in the Hadith. The Hadith mentioned it clearly, but yet still there is still ambiguity and shadan ye fine and shadan ye koji and shadan ye clear sa e wo hadith mu and shadan ye clear sa even though akano trodo e kan trada sa e da ho clear so betiba bibi esa wo ade e wo mu ni say the hadith never explain what entails apostasy. And then apostasy. Hadith now shada what exactly is apostasy and before the penalty. Now, what it means is that the hadith never talks about what entails apostasy. Hadith now can apostasy ni a den and a na victims of the apostasy in the Quran and the Hadith narrative, in the Hadith literature narrative, the surroundings, the issues surrounding them, the ideas surrounding them, their aspect of the apostasy or the death penalty or the execution is ambiguous. And and that class nemum hadith na aka ho asem. Now, in Islamic theology, hadith no system edinam, because the hadith has so many problems on all issues in terms of documentation and how the narratives came, the chain of the hadith, which is salsala or silsila of the hadith, the chains and all that. The elite, Islamic elite, tried to shape the hadith. They try to shape the hadith. They try to put the hadith in order. So they've graded the hadith. They've given the hadith ranks now. Or more grading hadith now and ranks. Actually, this is what they did. There is first ones, and then comes the second one, and all that. Even though, ranks no ever hadith, the grade that they've given the hadith and all that, there is no clear evidence of this hadith books or this grades of this hadith books that you can see. You can see it. Untumi hu and yet clear and now untumi hu say net and I say net near the grade and now. So there is kutubu sita, the 6 books of hadith. The 6 books of hadith. Briefly, now, these 6 books of hadith that I'm going to mention here is accepted, and their credibility is attested to in the Sunni Islamic world, not Shia, Sunni Islamic world. Both the political Sunni Islam and the dogmatic Sunni Islam. The Sunni Islam is divided into 2, the political Sunni Islam and the dogmatic Sunni Islam. All of these 2, they agree upon this hadith, these books, as second primary source of Islam, which is hadith. So that is why you see the Sunni Salafis are using those hadith books, and the Sunni Tariqas are using these hadith books. The Sunni Tariqas the Sufi movement are Sunnis because of the political aspect, from the political angle. Tijaniya, Qadiriya, Naqshbandiya, all those who are named them, they are Sunnis. They are practicing Sunnah Islam based on political angle, from the political angle. But the Salafi Sunnis are practicing Sunnah Islam based on dogmatic, additional to the political aspect. Maybe someone might say that, what do you mean? Like, maybe it's not clear. This is the point. The Salafi Sunni Muslims agreed to the leadership of the 3 caliphs before Ali, the 4th caliph. That is the political aspect. That is what makes them Sunni Muslims. That is the political aspect. And then what distinct them and what differentiate them from the Tariqa, Tijaniya, Naqshbandiya, Qadiriya, and Co. is the dogma. They have the Salafi Sunni Muslims have doctrines and dogmas that don't go on well with the Qadiriya, Naqshbandiya, and Co. So the Sufis, Qadiriya, Tijaniya, and Co, they also accept the leadership of the first three caliphs, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman. They also accept it, including Ali. So this is where they unify. This is where they are similar. This is where they come together with the dogmatic Sunnis or the doctrinal Sunnis because of the political aspect of the leadership of the four caliphs. That is it. So, which is contrary to the belief of Shias. Shias question the leadership of Abu Bakr, they question the leadership of Umar, they question the leadership of Uthman. So this is the thing. So these six hadith books that I'm gonna mention, they are the books that the Sunni Muslim world believe and they believe in, and the accreditation or the credibility of these books are very very high in Sunnah Islam, and it seems like the books are being categorized based on the authentication, but yet still there's a problem there. Now let's look at it. Categorizing them and ranking them according to authentication, then you're gonna say Sahih Bukhari, the authentic book of Bukhari, comes first, followed by Sahih Muslim, the authentic book of Muslim. These two books, to some Muslim, to some Sunni scholars, Sahih Muslim is ahead of Sahih Bukhari. You see, this is why I'm saying that all these things are very gloomy and they are fishy. And then you have Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Nasa'i, Tirmizi, Ibn Majah, Abu Dawud. This is the six books of Hadith. So this is how it is categorized, and we'll discard them into details. Now, the death penalty in the second primary source of Islamic legal structure, as I mentioned earlier, is also ambiguous, even though the death penalty is mentioned. First of all, the hadith that I would like to start with is the hadith that related to the fourth caliph, who is Ali, the cousin of Prophet Muhammad. This is what happened. There are some group of people, Muslims, who committed a crime. Whatever crime it is, I don't want to talk about it right now. Committed a crime, and then Ali burnt them alive. Actually, their crime is a crime of apostates. But to some Muslims, they are not really apostates. There's a lot about these people that Ali burnt alive. The fourth caliph burnt group of people. There are many group of people. He burnt them alive and he burnt them as stake. He burnt them publicly. People saw it and the news went across Islamic world. He burnt them alive. He burnt them publicly. Now, the news went across Arabian Peninsula, and this is what happened. When Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, Abdullah ibn Abbas, when Abdullah ibn Abbas heard the news, he said, well, the punishment serves them right, but this is the problem. I heard he should have killed them. According to Abdullah ibn Abbas, he said when they heard the news of Ali burning a group of apostates alive, or Shiwamu alive, he burnt them alive. Ali burnt them alive, or Shiwamu alive, and Omubone Oman somewhere apostate, group of apostates, a group of Nkophobia, a Dombia, ebusu edom bi a edom kuo bi a omo agyae Islamic religion na Ali ahye omo any eja alive. And yes, they died. He killed them before burning them. And yes, wokuomo ansana ochi omo. Anka wokuomo ansana ochi omo a enu be cremation. He didn't cremate them. They were not cremated. They was burnt alive. So the news spread across Arabian Peninsula and across Islamic world. News no nanti semulu kwa chire ena ekoto Abdullah Abdullah ibn Abbas nasum ena all kase Ali ena all criticize Ali ena all kase Ali should have killed them instead of burning them. The fourth caliph anka okuomo a anka yesin se obeshi omo anka okuomo a anka yesin se obede obeshi omo. And the reason odika asem no enini the reason odika asem no nie or say what is a prophet Muhammad, prophet of Islam, what is a prophet Muhammad kase man baddala dinahu faqtuluhu. Whoever changes his religion, kill him. This is what Prophet of Islam said. This is Ibn Abbas speaking. This is what Prophet of Islam said. So this is the basis of the argument of Abdullah ibn Abbas for not supporting, for not siding or seconding Ali, the fourth caliph, on burning the apostate alive. Now, the issue of burning the apostate alive is enough terror, it's enough torture. But we'll discuss that one different another day. We'll talk about that one. I did a video, I did an interview, and I spoke about Islamic leadership, and I said those people, those that are able to lead Islamic groups or Muslims very well are warmongers. They are blood-sucking creatures. They are warlords. Now, when I said this, a lot of people pleaded. A lot of people, it a banger. I know people will start to react on that interview because I've said a lot of things in that interview. I know a lot of people will start to react to it. But the funny aspect of it is that when they react to my videos, they do not tag me. Well, Oya, slow, Oya. You know, you need to stand well. You need to stand well because this thing that is coming, it's a different style altogether. It's a different style. People that the so-called defenders of Islam on social media, the so-called fighters of Allah on social media, they've never encountered this type of challenges before. This is new to them, so it's like they are preparing. So this is the thing. So it is act of atrocity to burn people alive in the name of religion just because they are apostate. Now there is two problems in this hadith. Problem number one, these people that are apostate, the hadith just mentioned that they are apostate. Which type of apostasy? Did they left Islam and became atheists? In other words, did these people that Ali, the fourth caliph, bent, did they left Islam and not join any other religion? They just said, we don't want to practice any religion anymore. We are done with Islam and we're not going to join any religion. We just want to be there without religion, which makes them atheists according to religious people. Is that what the people are? That is why he burnt them alive? Or no, they left Islam and joined another religion. It's not mentioned in the hadith. It's not clear. So you see, this is the first point, and this is the ambiguous aspect of it. When I end that clear, you name some of when Ali the fourth caliph shri omono omunye nkrofua omwajai kromosum omude omhu akodom esum fufuro ana omajai kromosum na omanfo omhu andom esum bia enu no ye nim enu na ye the ambiguous aspect of it. Now, the second point is um, the aspect of hadith that Abdullah ibn Abbas mentioned that man baddala dinahu faqtuluhu. Whoever changes his religion, kill him. Obi biara obesisa ne som biano munkuno. Obi biara obesisa ne som biano munkuno. Osisa esumuna munkuno. This is the other aspect. This is another problem. Now the word badala means to change. Now changing means you give up something for something new. You disguise something for something new. You despise something for something new. Badala sisa and sisaye. It is a what chai adebi and I was so adebi. Now say Abdullah ibn Abbas ni the hadith where I was say what to Prophet Muhammad ona. Now you be related to what the fourth caliph the year nkofona what she or mona almost your mujai esumna and the it could be say nkofona jai kramusum and omudi kodom asum fufuro and intina ali eshi omu. But yet still you can't be sure because this incident happened in Iraq. As we all know, the fourth caliph had challenges with his leadership. So he moved the center of the leadership from Medina all the way to Iraq. He moved it to Iraq. That is where he went to continue the leadership of Islam when he was caliph. So it happened there. So Abdullah ibn Abbas might not have the clear picture of what happened. Whether the apostates went to join a new religion or no, they just left Islam. This is the thing. So still there is ambiguity, right? Yes, I hope you are following me. I hope it is clear. There is ambiguity. So clear and we don't know. We don't know. So there's still ambiguity. But there is one thing for sure. When there is a change of faith, one should be executed. One should be put to death. Like seriously. Do you know that up to date, people are underground looking for my head? They don't want to speak in social media anymore because when they speak on social media, maybe people will see them, they will be taken on. So when they speak on social media and people saw the videos will be there, they will save it. If something happened to me, if I were to die on my bed, the fingers will be pointed at them. So they don't want to talk again, but they are doing things underground. Yes. Someone went to Hajj to ask for forgiveness before coming to kill me. Anyway, that's just by the way. It is a story for another day. We'll talk about that. Fast forward. So this is the thing. Say NAC. Now, you see this hadith, you dare not to come to tell us the hadith is weak. You know why? You can't say that because of 2 points. From the Sunni point of view, this hadith is authentic. You know why? The hadith is coming from Sahih Bukhari, the authentic book of Bukhari, the second ranked book in Islam. It comes after Quran. Sahih Bukhari, that is one. Two, the hadith has been reported in Sahih Bukhari alone 3 times. 3 times this hadith alone was reported in Sahih Bukhari alone 3 times. Hadith when ya reporting premensa. That was Sahih Bukhari. We don't want to do this into details. I will point where it is and talk about it and some explanation and commentary that was given to this hadith, because I have the commentaries of the book of Bukhari, more than 5 different commentaries of the book of Bukhari, more than 5. And bro, I got to tell you this, I read them. Yes, I read them. So this is the thing. So there is ambiguity, but there is one thing for certain in the hadith. That is, when someone left Islam, he must be put to death. This is headache. Now, so you see, the point. The hadith reported in Bukhari and also reported in Bukhari more than once, 3 times to be specific. Now, there is another hadith in Bukhari, in the book of Bukhari, Sahih Bukhari, the authentic book of Bukhari, which is talking about the execution of apostates, the execution of who leave Islamic religion or who reject Islamic religion. This hadith was reported by Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. It is very important. Now, the good thing about this next hadith I want to talk about is that this hadith is found in Bukhari and it is also found in Muslim, the authentic book of Muslim. You see, so you see how they are together. So, when you pick the book of Al-Lu'lu' wal Marjan, there's a book known. It is hadith book. It is known as Al-Lu'lu' wal Marjan. I have a copy. It comes in 3 volumes. When you pick Al-Lu'lu' wal Marjan, this hadith is there because Al-Lu'lu' wal Marjan is hadith that gathers the same hadith that Imam Bukhari reported and Imam Muslim also reported. The hadiths they reported together. That is all those hadiths. That it is those hadiths that are being compiled in the book of Al-Lu'lu' wal Marjan. I have a copy. I've read it. All the 3 volumes. I've went through it and I'm still checking it out. So this hadith is there, and my own comes with interpretation, commentary. So there's a lot there, but I don't want to go there because I still have time to talk about this ahead. Now, this is what the hadith is saying. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud reported the hadith. This is one of the greatest companions of Prophet Muhammad. He says, La yahillu damul muslim illa bithalah. The blood of a Muslim is not allowed to be shed. The blood of Muslim is not allowed to pour on the ground, save for 3 things, save for 3 reasons. Kramoni moja and you can say kramoni moja be. Now, logically, this point of the hadith is telling you that any other person who is not Kramoni's blood can be shed. If you think about the hadith critically, what the word to 2 hadiths we obi biara onye Kramoni biara onu ni moja na yebetumi ahwe because the hadith is saying that la yahillu damul muslim illa bi thalath. The blood of a Muslim is not allowed to be shed save for 3 reasons. For 3 reasons. Kramoni moja and you can say kramoni moja be hwegu. Ana ye be hwe kramoni moja egu. Meaning ye be ku kramoni e for nyama mensa, e nyama mensa nti wo a wo nya kramoni no onka ho. So there is no conditions attached to you being slaughtered. That is a topic for another day. Qatlun nafs. When a Muslim kill another Muslim, he should be killed. That is one. When a Muslim murder another Muslim, he should be killed. He should be murdered as well. 1. Wathayyibu azani. A married man who committed or who commit adultery also should be put to death. Alright? Did you get it? Yes. A married man committing adultery should also be put to death. Awari ni o bema wawari ana oba wawari wa committee wafi ni kunechi ana wafi ni yirechi yeche na onu nso yankunu. This is the second condition that can make a Muslim or that allowed or that nonsense the pouring or the shedding of the blood of a Muslim. And the last one, he says, Watariku lidinihi, and he who left his religion, and he who reject his religion. Watariku lidinihi. Now, When you use this hadith with the first hadith of Abdullah ibn Abbas, you will see that this one is being a little bit clear. But yet still there's ambiguity. وَالتَّارِكُ لِدِينِهِ, he who leaves his religion also must be killed. You see, whether he leaves the religion to join another religion, or he leaves the Islamic religion just to be alone without joining any religion, it has been confirmed that he should be put to death. He should be put to death. And the hadith continue to say, Al-Mufariqu lil Jama'ah. Leaving his religion means that he has left the Jama'ah, the Muslim Ummah, the Islamic community. So that one nonsense is death. So this is the second hadith that is confirming the execution or the killing or the death penalty of an apostate. This is the second hadith. Now, in as much as this hadith is some kind of carry some kind of ambiguity, but yet still the killing or putting to death of whoever leaves the Islamic religion is being mentioned. I think at this point, you don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that the penalty of death of apostates, clandestine apostates, blasphemous, hypocrites is at risk in Islamic religion. You don't need a rocket science to know this. Now, I have some questions here. Question number one. Is Islamic religion occult? Kramusumi occult. Do you have the idea? Have you ever heard of most of these occultic organizations that has problem with people who leave the cults? How they are being hunted? How they are being chased? I know you heard it. Does it make Islamic religion occultic religion? We will answer it one day. But let me see your answer in the comment section. There is another thing that is also giving a clue to Islamic occultism. The issue of a dead body, a Muslim dead body. When a Muslim dies and his relatives are not Muslims, they are not allowed to touch the dead body. The dead body is not given to the relatives. The dead body will be seized by the religious group, by Muslims. Is this not a sign of occultic group, occultic organization? There was an incident in Kumasi. A dead body erupted a volcano of a conflict between two sects in Kumasi, Tijaniya Muslims and Sunni Muslims fought severely, brutally injured each other because of a dead body. The Tijaniya Muslims are arguing that the deceased belongs to Tijaniya movement. The Sunni group are arguing that the deceased belongs to Sunnis. An argument erupted. People were wounded, brutally wounded. After seizing dead body of a Muslim from their relatives who are not Muslims, and standing to even fight them if the relatives want to take the dead body by force, we are, or Muslim sects are fighting each other about A dead body. Are we serious? My last question. When you read the Quran is full of this phrase, Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. It simply means Allah has power over everything, including humans. Allah has power over everything, including humans. Now, if Allah has power over everything, including humans, if one human left Islam, can't Allah use his power to bring him back to Islam instead of allowing other men to slaughter him like an animal? This is my second question. The questions are many. I would like to stop here. The next time you see us, we are starting from the beginning of Islam, the story of Prophet Muhammad, of Iqra in the cave. Get your pens and papers ready and learn and gather questions. Let us shake the foundation of these religions that are making fool out of us. Pardon my manners. Excuse my language. This religion has made fool out of us for a long time. Interesting days ahead. Until we meet again. This is the descendant of Tooth. Yes, the descendant of Tooth. I say to you, bye-bye.